What's up, guys? Happy Monday. Just got it back into the office. Had a great productive day today. Today is November the 4th. So I want to discuss a few things. A lot of times on my YouTube channel, also sometimes in some of the private groups on Facebook, contractors who are in the same field as I am with wood floor refinishing. I do a different type of level of refinishing. I do not sand floors. I do not replace floors. What I do is what we consider maintenance. Maintain the floors. Usually when floors are losing their luster, their original finish, maybe someone tried to do the job. Sometimes I can come in and correct the issue. Wax on the floors. Clients that buy these store-bought products and put them on their floors and it basically ruins the floors, I can come in there and correct those issues. Cleaning buffs, usually for clients who just want to get their floors clean at a professional level, I can come in and help them with that issue. All right, so I'm considered more of the maintenance side of the industry. It's kind of like, for a way to look at it, you know how you can just wash your car in a regular car wash. You know how you can take your car to a restoration shop or auto part shop, and they can basically restore your car, repaint it, grind it all down and start all over from scratch. If you got dents, they can replace certain parts. Or you have the detail guy who can come in and detail your car, make it look really good. But if your car has scratches, dents, imperfections, a lot of that stuff is still going to be there. And that's how I kind of relate my process to help people understand. So when I say this, guys, a lot of times, again, contractors, they'll watch my videos and they'll say, oh man, those floors are buckled. Those floors are cupped. Guys, the client, the homeowner, they know this, all right? The reason why you guys see me doing what I'm doing on a consistent basis almost every single day, of course, people find me on the internet, people find me on YouTube, referrals. I've been doing wood floor maintenance for over 10 years. I'm going on 4 years full time at the end of this year. As you guys know, some of you who do know or don't know, I've been cleaning carpets since I was 19, started my own when I was 27. Grew that, made a great reputation for myself doing that transition of starting my own carpet cleaning business. People started asking me about wood floors. I kind of started off just buffing the floors, just cleaning, buffing with a white pad, red pad, which, be honest with you, it really wasn't doing nothing, but I really wasn't charging nothing at the time. So it's like one of those things, you get what you pay for. But during that process, I noticed that sometimes it was a hit or miss. And usually when I would go over their floors with the buffer, I would see something like moving, like you could see some type of residue moving. And I would ask my clients, what are you using on your floors? And they would go under the kitchen cabinet, and that's when you would see, voila, the Bona, the Quick Shine, the Mop and Glow, the Rejuvenate, the Wellness, all these products and these polishes and waxes they was put on their floors. Well, then I end up taking a class that taught me how to remove those products, and then removing those products actually led me into learning how to screen and recoat, okay, and just kind of putting my own twist on it. Well, like I said, 4 years ago, I decided to move away from the carpet cleaning because I just got burnt out. I just got bored with it. I've been doing it again since I was 19, right? So this is probably like the age of 38 years old. And just started, wanting something that I really enjoy, which was wood floor maintenance. So I just basically revamped my whole business around wood floor maintenance. And the first year, I ain't gonna lie, guys, it was a struggle because there was a lot of things that I really didn't know, but it was a learning experience. I did make a lot of mistakes, but I do have network partners who were able to help me out in certain situations, and just kept going at it, and just really just became an expert at it so well that I actually have been able to teach others. I've been considered an industry leader in the wood floor maintenance. I've been asked to come out and do presentations about wood floor maintenance. I've been recognized by some of the biggest flooring manufacturers like Shaw and Mohawk, where they have actually referred me to builders. Builders have used me for these services to help them, save floors. Real estate agents, of course, mostly homeowners, other professionals in the field, right? So, guys, when it comes to wood floor maintenance, I do have what I call a disclaimer and a proposal, where all of my clients get and they have to sign off on it. And what their proposal explains is what wood floor maintenance will and won't do. Okay. And when it comes to the buckling and the crowning and the cupping, okay, crowning is usually like this, cupping is like this. All right. That is also in my disclaimer. All right. And so my clients know what to expect when I do this service, right? Just to let you guys know, the homeowners that I deal with, it's really probably two reasons. One is either a financial, um, standpoint, or convenience. All right. So when I say that from the financial standpoint of it, clients will get estimates, okay, to sand their floors, which is, I'm gonna say, a good sanding guy like me, screen and recoat, $250 a square foot. A good sanding guy, okay, because you could probably find guys that can sand floors around the same price I screen and recoat, and if you can, please let that be a red flag. A good sanding guy, at least in my area, is usually going to be anywhere from the low end $5 a square foot, high end $8-9 a square foot. The sanding guys that I recommend, my sanding guys, are usually between $6 to $7 a square foot. That's included sanding. Now, usually 6 if they go natural, which means they don't stain the floor, which saves them a lot of time, almost like a whole day's work. So they just sand the floor, remove the quarter rounds, baseboards, whatever they got to do, and sand the floor all the way down, and then build it back up. That's usually, like I said, $6-7 a square foot for my network partners. With me, screen and recoat is $250 a square foot. So when you do the math, that's a huge difference. Okay, when you're talking about, let's say, like 1,000 square feet, 1,500 square feet, right? That's number one. People have said, you know what, Courtney, we've gotten prices to sand the floor and it's a little bit out of our budget, so we'll rather do your method, the screen and recoat. Okay, I have plenty of times where clients say, you know what, Courtney, I'll give them an estimate, and they say, you know what, well, we really want to change the color, and with my process, I cannot change the color. All right. So that's one thing about the screen and recoat. It does not alternate or change the color of the floor. It only removes the top coating or any of the top coating that's left, or if there's nothing left, it still roughs up the floor so the new finish has something to bond and hold on to. All right. So that's one of the most important things about the screening. Just not roughing up and taking off, any old finish, but also abrading the floor so it has a mechanical bond for the new finish. So that being said, that's the first, because I have clients that have got a quote from me, and then they will go get a quote to sand the floors, and they'll call me back. So, you know what, Courtney, after getting this estimate, it's not that serious, to sand the floors or change the color. So we're just going to go with the screen and recoat. Number two, guys, is one of the ones I probably hear the most: convenience. Let me say that again for you guys, the contractors, okay? Convenience. A lot of my clients tell me, and most people, they understand sanding. Most of my clients, especially my older age clients, they have been through these services before, so they know what to expect. I have clients that literally beg me, Courtney, you sure this is not sanding? Okay. Courtney, we don't want to be out of our house, for a week. We don't want to be out of our house for 3-4 days. Courtney, I work from home. I don't want my house taped off. I don't want those drum sanders, because they are loud. You watch guys who sand floors, they wear ear cuffs, because those machines are very loud, right? These are what my clients tell me. They don't want to go through that, okay? I have clients, when I go look at their floors, I'm like, listen, these floors really need to be sanded. Not to say it's not going to be an improvement, and I always tell my clients, and it's also in my contract, you can expect a 50 to 80% improvement with my service, okay? Because this is not full restoration, right? Clients understand that, and I have jobs that I have looked at, and I recommend a sanding, and they say, Courtney, listen, we understand the floors need to be sanded, but we do not want to go through it. So we're sorry, but we do not want to go through the sanding process, because usually some people have had a bad experience when it comes to sanding. Usually it's the dust, okay? It's the noise, and it's also the time that they have to get out the house, the time that they can't come back in the house. You know, I have clients that say, yeah, had my floors done, and you know, we couldn't come back home for 3-4 days because, you know, they use oil-based finish. Oil-based finish has a very high VOC. It has a very distinct, loud odor. And I don't work with oil-based finishes. When I got introduced to wood floor refinishing, I was introduced straight to water based. So I didn't even know there was an oil base, you know, until people start talking about them and asking me, do you use oil base or water base? I use water base. Oh, great, because that's what we want. We don't want oil base, right? So with that being said, guys, is that when you watch my videos and you see some of the issues, you see some of the floors that might have some damage, water damage, pet damage, cupping, you know, crowning. That's the main thing that I get from contractors when they watch my videos. Oh, those floors are cupped. Those floors are cupped. Trust me, 100%. Trust me, my clients understand that. Everybody is not looking for a perfect job, okay? And like I said, for various reasons. Like I say, with me, my car, my personal car, I have a detail guy that comes out and details my car once a year, okay? And he charges me $900. My car looks amazing, amazing, okay, when he's done with it. And it takes him about 3-4 hours to do it, right? If you get up to my car, you will find little dings, you will find little chips of, you know, paint maybe missing here and there. You gotta really get up and find it, okay? On back of my bumper is a piece where I backed up into a wall and it kind of dented my bumper a little bit. You can't tell it from a distance, but if you get up close on it, you can see it. Guys, can I go take it to an auto shop and get it fixed? Of course I can, but you know why I haven't? Because first of all, it's not that serious. Second of all, I don't want to be without my car for a week, okay? Because I know my wife got her car got a little fender bender, very small issue, but guys, her car was in the shop for over a week for a small issue, right? I don't want to be without my car, okay? So therefore, it's not that serious, all right? Now, of course, if my car had a big dent in it and somebody hit me or whatever, and it was really noticeable from a distance, yes, okay, all right? But that's what homeowners tell me. Courtney, by the time we get the furniture back in, by the time, you know, it's not that serious, right? And also, too, what clients tell me is that they see what their floors are going through. They want to prevent it from getting worse, all right? And also engineered floors. You guys, I was just talking to one of my buddies, Jason Anders. We hear this all the time. The engineered floors is one of the floors that keep me the busiest because in the times that we live in now, this is what these homeowners are throwing into these homes. Like, guys, I can't even believe it. I'm going to some of these upper, you know, upper class, you know, I'm going into $1 million homes, you know, in certain areas, and they got engineered floors in the house, and they have a basement. I couldn't believe it. When I first started seeing this 3-4 years ago, I'm like, hold on now, you got a basement and you got engineered floors? Yeah, because why? It's cheaper, okay? It's more convenient. They don't have to put in a raw floor and then pay a company or a contractor to come in there and sand it and stain it and finish it. They can buy this floor that's already finished. Well, unfortunately, most of those floors can't be sanded. So this is one of those floors where you guys see my videos and people say, yeah, I got quotes for $30,000, $40,000. I just went to Arcola, Florida, 2-3 weeks ago, did a job. The guy was quoted 40 grand. $40,000 to replace that floor. Last year, I went and did a job up in Greenville, South Carolina. They was quoted $90,000 to replace that floor. Why? Because they're taking these engineered floors and they're putting them on top of the wood subfloor. Most of the time, engineered floors go on top of concrete, okay? And it's still not that easy to get it off. But when you put it on a wood subfloor and you glue it down, well, what I have been told, and it does make sense for my clients, yeah, Courtney, the reason why it costs $30, $40, $50, $90,000 because they're telling us when they remove this engineered floor, it's also going to damage the wood subfloor, which is going to cost us to need 2 floors. We're going to need a new subfloor and a new, floor, And that's another thing. That's when it really comes to the finances. People say, Courtney, we're not about to pay that type of money to replace a floor. So with my system, I can go in and I can restore the floors to the best of my ability, and my clients understand that. So just to put it out there, guys, when you watch my videos and you see some imperfections, even after the job is done, my clients understand. All right. Thank you guys again. My day is done. Time to go home and get some rest. Be back at it tomorrow. See you in the next one.